Hi everyone, today we're going to look at Powkiddy's latest budget handheld, the Powkiddy Q20. The Q20 has its original Famicom style, but internally it's the same as the Powkiddy V90 and Q90 handhelds, which means we can expect everything up to the PlayStation 1 to be playable, with the usual dips on the harder to emulate titles within the SNES and GBA libraries. It also means that we've got full custom firmware support that will really squeeze every bit of playability out of the handheld, including making most of the PlayStation 1 support, which is great if you're prepared to spend a bit of time setting everything up. I think the budget handhelds are exactly where Powkiddy shine, and I'm a massive fan of the V90 and Q90 handhelds, and although the build quality of my consoles have always been fine, their build quality do tend to fare greatly judging from the comments around the web, so I'd always recommend purchasing the device from a trusted source so you can rely on the customer service if you need to. Around the device we've got the two shoulder buttons, a headphone jack, volume wheel, micro SD and USB-C charging port at the top. The case quality is pretty good, it's super light and pocket friendly, which is great. I do love the retro style, but the front metal place almost shows off the fact that it's a budget handheld. We do have a 2.4 inch IPS display, which is actually probably one of the highlights throughout the handheld. The D-pad is pretty good with substantial travel and feedback, though along with the face buttons I personally find them that tiny bit too small, so occasionally we'll press a diagonal when I meant to press a direction. The feedback on the buttons are better than expected for the price, and you do get a substantial click with each press. Having the volume wheel to hand is super handy, though on the stock firmware it's incredibly sensitive at low volumes. I've tried to capture that in the following clip. So I'll cut to some gameplay now and summarise at the end. So playing PlayStation 1 games is choppy on the stock, but greatly improves when you're on the custom firmware. You're still pushing the handheld to its absolute limits, and you need to tweak occasionally to get comfortable frame rates, but the emulation improvements are definitely the reason to upgrade your firmware to the custom firmware available. So overall, the Powkiddy Q20 is a good choice for a budget handheld, and you can really get the most out of it by getting the custom firmware installed. Powkiddy do some of the best budget handhelds, and with identical specs, it really comes down to whether you prefer the clamshell design of the V90 or the horizontal designs of the Q20 and Q90. The V90 does have the 4 shoulder buttons, which does make a difference for the PlayStation games, but overall I think the Powkiddy Q20 is a great budget handheld, especially for those that want to focus on the 16-bit games. That's it for now. Thanks for watching.